All right, so what is today? May 9th, active rest day, a little bit of cardio involved, much needed. I think I've worked out like 10, 11 straight hard days of like resistance training. So I needed it. Started to feel like my forearms, getting achy, sore. My body's just beat up. So much needed. But I asked you guys about a week ago to give me some questions. Wanted to talk a little bit about different stuff. So a couple questions today. Good exercises to do with dumbbells, for your back, best bulking foods and meals, will you ever compete and stuff like that. So, going to break those down, do some questions and stuff, and run over those. So, first one I'll answer is from Eli, one of my buddies. He asked, difference between good carbs and bad carbs. And so basically you have your good carbs, which is your complex carbs, and you have your bad carbs, which is your simple carbs, right? The difference is one is going to give you the essential nutrients to your body that you need, right? So your carbohydrates is your number one energy source for your body. That's why when you're bulking, right, carbing up, eating, a lot of food, you have more energy. You're going to be able to perform better, lift heavier, and stuff like that. And so good carbs, your whole grains, vegetables, fruits, all that, come from good complex carbs. And so those are the ones you want to try to strive for, stuff like that versus your simple carbs, which is going to be your sugary snacks, the sodas, some of like the more like the bad breads and stuff. Those are going to be more your simple carbs, which yes, it's going to give you carbs, but it's not going to benefit you, right? Like if you're going to eat some Skittles, right? Like that's not going to give you the essential nutrients, to whereas, like rice, or something like that would. So those that's the main differences there. Trying to eat mainly, complex carbs that are going to give you, what you need for your body to give you the right nutrients and the right energy so you can go out there and perform. I would say that. And then, will I ever compete in any lifting competitions? Fabian asked. I would probably say no. I don't think lifting competitions, right? That's going to be more geared to powerlifting. I'm not really about that right now, man. I'm not looking to do that. I'm fine with my top. I mean, I think I squatted, ended up getting like 430 or something like that. Maybe one of these days in the next couple of years, I'll work my way up, get to 450, 475. But like, for me, I mean, as a bodybuilder, why do that? Why, like I think, you lift heavy, you have your days where you're lifting 4 reps, for heavy, 6 reps, 8 reps, heavy, 2 failure and stuff like that. But for me, I don't see the benefit of doing 1 rep maxes all the time. I finally got to 315, pounds, which is like the, every bodybuilder's dream or everybody, lifting, wants to get the 3 plate club on the bench. And it's like, okay, I already did that. So now it's like, okay, I'm still going to lift heavy, like I'm moving weight on the incline. I mean, I'm doing 225 for reps on incline. Like I'm feeling good there. I've gotten up to like 240, 245 for like 8 on incline. So it's like that's gonna build my chest. That's gonna build, my overall physique, which is what I'm trying to do. So there's a difference between bodybuilding and powerlifting, right? Like I'm gonna lift heavy. I'm gonna do 3 plates for reps on the squat. Like like I'm still gonna go, but I'm not. I don't think I'm looking to be like, oh, I want to lift 405 on the bench press, or I'm gonna 600 on the squat. Like, yeah, that's cool. You're strong, but I'm not gonna build the physique doing that kind of stuff. That I want to. So I don't think I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna go that route. Another question, Preston, a buddy of mine asked. He said, good exercises to do with just dumbbells to hit your back, right? I would say the first few that like pop to my mind are dumbbell shrugs, right? You're gonna work those trap muscles back here, some more of that upper back kind of coming up to the neck. I would say rear delt flies, right? Working the back side of the shoulder, your rear delts, but that's on your back, right? So you're gonna hit the teres major, minor, rhomboids, those smaller muscles in the upper back. Those are two more upper back focused exercises with just the dumbbells. Shrugs, you're coming up here, rear delt flies, you're kind of coming from under here and coming up this way with it. Um, Obviously, another one that's pretty common, right? The dumbbell row, that's going to work more of the meat of the back, right? Your lats, your latissimus dorsi, rowing, whether, kind of one arm row. You could even go off if you had a bench, you could go on like an incline or even flat and just kind of go chest on the bench and kind of rowing up like that. I think another one would be a dumbbell pullover, where if this is where you have access to like a machine or not a machine but a bench or whatever, you can lay on it and it kind of go back like that. But I would say those are really, you got the renegade row, where you're in that like plank position and you kind of going up like that. But I mean, I would say that the main one, it would be the shrug, the rear delt fly, and then the dumbbell row. Other than that, there's not a ton for the specific for back to do. But if you only have access to those exercises I laid out, you could easily come up with a good back day with those. I mean, you're going to hit each specific, back muscle in your body. So I would, do those, and you'll be pretty good shape. Obviously, it's nice to get with the cables and the machines and stuff like that, and mix in those stuff. But just dumbbells, I would say those would be pretty good. Lastly, a question from Gentry, a buddy of mine, asked best bulking foods and meals, which is a good question because, what are you going to do to gain weight? Well, you got to be in a caloric surplus, first off. And so eating, more calories than what your maintenance of calories would be. But right now I'm dieting down, so I'm eating, calories that make me, that are fuller, that, like eggs that are low in calories that make me feel fuller, eggs, yogurt, stuff like that, chicken, right? Those are some foods that are low calorie, but really nutrient dense and really make you feel fuller than what you might be. Um, but bulking wise, though, like I would go for like protein shakes. Like you could down a few like protein shakes that aren't like crazy amount of calories, that are like liquid protein shakes, and I mean you could down 2 3 of those in the span of a minute, and just like that you have 500 calories in you. That I would say that, like cottage cheese, ground beef, rice. I mean, is a big carb source. I mean, even just like some like wheat bread, like with, or like tortilla shells. Those aren't like crazy amount of calories, but you eat 2 3 4 tacos with that, and it's like, shoot, man, that's a big calorie day. Fish, milk. You can go through 3 glasses of milk, and then you'll be 400 500 calories just like that. So it's foods like that, that are good and nutrient dense. You don't want foods that are like bad for you, right? Like you want good, nutritious, that are more dense, that are, that are gonna make you not as full, right? That you could come back for some more stuff, more foods, drinks. I would say when you're bulking, drinking like drinks is like huge, because you're thirsty. You can get easy calories from shakes. Mainly what I'm talking about is like protein shakes and milk. Like the amount of protein and good carbs you can get from that, and calories, like, I mean, you could have 1,000 calories just from like drinking, man. Not even like your meals. So I would say though that's a big one for me, just because I'm trying to and starting to eat earlier throughout the day. So then if you eat at 8 9 in the morning, shoot, you're going to be hungry at 11 12 o'clock. You're going to want some more. Then it's like, okay, well, you're going to want to eat again at 3, and then again at 6 7, and then right before bed. So just snacking on stuff. I found like Cliff bars too have like 250 calories for like not very big of a bar. If I was bulking, I could eat like 3 of those. I mean, easily. 30 grams of protein. I mean, not great. I mean, it has a little bit added sugar to it, but like 750 calories for 3 bars I could eat in the span of not even an hour. I mean, like, come on. So like stuff like that, man. Finding like granola bars. And a lot of granola is good. So just I'm kind of going through it, but I would say foods like that, nuts, turkey. So these are all good, like healthy fats, avocado, healthy carbs, and protein. So I would say those foods, meals wise, just take those what I said and put it into a meal. I mean, you can have some ground beef with taco shells and 3 glasses of milk, and there's 1,200 calories right there. So with a lot of protein, which is essential. So yeah, man. I mean, you guys just keep staying at it. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Gain weight if you need to gain weight, and lose that body fat if you're trying to lose it. So stay at it, man. I know it's a journey, right? I mean, I'm 39 days, I think, into this cut. Me dieting down. Started at roughly 234, 235. Weighed in at 220 flat. 2 straight days now. So weight is starting to come off. I'm down 14, 15, pounds in, let's say 40 days. So that's pretty good. That's kind of what I wanted. So I mean, if I did, 2 more of those, which I don't think I'm going to cut for 120 days, but if I were, I'm only a third of the way there. And I mean, I don't have a ton more. I got, another 15 pounds maybe. I mean, if I get down to 200 morning, I won't be mad about it. So, roughly 15 to 20 more pounds of fat I want to get off and trying to keep as much mass as I can. So, I mean, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Keep chugging along. I know it's hard, but stay disciplined and keep going, man. Work hard today. Get your cardio in. And I'll see you guys for next time. Hopefully, back day will be coming out. You should have seen it already the day before. This will be out Friday or Saturday. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon.